Gonna be good, gonna be good, gonna be better than Belinda. Oh, look at that, everybody. That's the sound of the live show for Mardox. Daily live chat for today, whatever today's day is, and for whatever conversation we're going to have. We have no idea what the conversation is today.
As if we never do every day.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So anyways, we were just talking about how no one's showing up at the live chat, and now we have members saying, what's the point? No one's showing up. And it's like, I think it's important.
That's the point. If you showed up, then people would be here.
Well, that's the thing, you know? Hey, guys, in the comments below, if you guys want to show up but don't want to see me anymore, just say so.
Or if you want me to break out my webcam and do that special show. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
No.
You know Nelson's going to pull out his wallet and credit card. It's going to be broken shit. Yeah.
Take it all off. You go, girl. Of course, I'd be talking about Josh.
No, that would be more like put it all back on.
Put it back on. I'll give you money. How much do you want? This is extortion.
I'm blind.
Oh,
Kidding.
Put it back on.
Put it back on. I've never seen so many chest
That's
hairs.
typically what I tell people when they ask me what I do online. I tell them I'm an online stripper. People pay me money to put my clothes back on.
An anti-stripper, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a reverse stripper.
A reverse stripper.
He reverse engineered stripping.
Yeah, they pay me to put my clothes back on.
There you go. But what we're talking about is stick with it. You guys got a project or something that that you believe in, you want to make work, stick with it. Even though, like in this case, people aren't showing up.
Even some people are two-faced.
Well, yeah, but that's a different topic. Belinda, what's set off channel stays off channel.
I know, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
I'm joking. You don't know what the heck I'm even talking about.
You're not,
Oh, you're talking about me.
as if they're not going to know we're talking about that guy that was, that was two-faced. Now every two-faced guy that's ever been part of our group is going to, hey, they're talking about me.
Yeah, guilty conscience, aren't we?
That one guy that owns the traffic exchange.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yes.
It sounds like the actor
hold
Jim Carrey.
Hold on. I gotta do my prayer. Almighty deity of the internet, could you please tell John Olson that I am sorry, and that hopefully you can tell him to tell his members to come back to my show. Please, almighty deity of the internet. Thank you. Amen. There you go. I did my prayer. Was it good?
I give it that, yeah.
What? You get what?
I give it what?
one up.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you guys don't believe in the internet deity? I
believe in the typo fairy.
Oh, the
She
typo
constantly
fairy,
plays with my arm.
Yeah. That's autocorrect or something like that. Her name?
No. Oh, I don't get me started.
No. No. We're not starting that. No. Did you know we can get in trouble for showing certain web pages on the intertubes?
No, we're not showing them. I'm just reading them.
Yeah, I know. We might get in trouble for that too. I got in trouble for showing somebody's web page on video. Oh.
I got in trouble for showing somebody's butt.
Book?
Butt.
You showed somebody's butt?
Yeah. No, picture of somebody's butt.
Why would you do such a thing?
It's a joke, Nelson. Get
Oh
with
my
the
God,
program.
You're not showing people's butts on the internet.
Go to the people's Walmart site. You'll find plenty of butts.
Oh yeah. No kidding. There's people on those videos that have been filmed that are trying to go after in the courts, saying that they didn't have these people did not have the right to film them and laugh about them on the internet. Well, it's turning around in most states as, look, if you're in public and you're dressed like that, you're asking to get filmed.
Well, first off, if you're in public, you are in public. So, and then the funny thing is here in the States, unlike some other countries, the internet is not considered private playground. It's considered being in public. So if you're
except
online,
for California,
and you're still in public.
No. California, if you film somebody, you have to ask them if it's okay for them to be in their video.
Well, here at my house, you're not going to film me without permission.
No, it's only California. It's only as long as the person is on a public street or a public area, And
I said in my house.
It doesn't matter. You walk out of your house. They're on a public street. They took a picture of you. They're allowed. They're allowed to use it.
Nelson,
So,
my family does not have my permission to take pictures or videotape me without permission is what I'm saying.
No, but is
so
it in a
what you're
public
saying
area?
is,
That's a
hold
rule
on.
in our house. I don't care about the outside. I'm talking about inside.
No, but Belinda, we're talking about the outside, the public.
Nelson, you don't get it. I was kind of... Never mind. You don't get it.
Hey, I think Belinda's what she's saying is you need to stop taking pictures of her from her window.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. See, Josh gets it. He's with the program.
I gave that up a long time ago.
Oh,
No, but seriously.
Yeah, that's why I see your peeping glasses that get caught in the corner of the windowsill, right?
Right. Yes. No, but seriously, California is the only state that you're not allowed to film somebody, even if they're on their own property. You're not allowed to film them. If you do film them, you have to ask their permission if you can use it.
If that was the case, then the paparazzi would all be in jail.
No, it's there is protocol for it. You're a celebrity. It's really complex. Celebrity status is a different thing than being the average schmo, you and me on the street.
Well, how do they know I'm not a celebrity in my industry?
You're not a celebrity in the media.
I'm not in the media, no, but in the
No,
industry.
well then you're not that kind of celebrity. No, Josh. There's specific
within
laws.
industries, you could be a celebrity.
Yeah,
So.
there's specific laws that apply to the assumption that somebody is meant to be filmed. If you're a media celebrity or an icon, yes, you can film or record them. But it's understood that when these celebrities hold on. It's understood that by these celebrities that when you are a celebrity status and you're out and about, people are going to record you.
What you just said, that would be illegal.
No, it's not illegal. The average schmo. If I go, Josh, you took law. Go look it up. I'm not kidding. Go look it up.
I know, and in the United States, if you are in public, it's fair game.
Not in California.
Every state.
No, not in California. That's why in California, a lot of the videos right now are getting blurred out. If a person's doing a vlog and he's walking down the street and you get picked up in the vlog, he's supposed to blur you out. He or she, whoever's doing the vlog, is supposed to blur you out in that video as you pass by because you did not give them consent to have you in their video.
I love you, you love me. We chase Nelson up a tree.
You know that we're gonna get sued for having that song in our videos because that's copyright.
Yeah, sue away.
That's copyright. Everybody, I'll give you Belinda's address. You can sue her.
You're such a ninny.
Yeah, no, but it is a touch. Here in Canada, it's coming down to you're gonna have to ask permission to have to photograph or film somebody. You're gonna have to have their permission. You're gonna have to have consent. I think it's okay because a lot of times I don't want to be part of someone else's film, and I've done that. I've been walking around, or and I just happen to be walking behind somebody, and they're doing a selfie, and blah 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 blah, and I happen to be behind them for 2 seconds, and
that's
now I'm
when
in
you're
their
supposed
film.
to do the. That's when you're supposed to be the photobomb.
No, he's like. Did you see in Living Color, Josh?
Oh,
you remember
man,
in Living Color where Jim Carrey played the background guy when he did those skits? And he'd be walking along and or doing like an action news report or something, and he'd be the guy in the background.
Yeah,
and that's what Nelson would be doing.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, you'd be getting all attention hoggish.
We need more pledge.
I'll just have some fun with it.
Nelson's one of those wedding crashers. He gets in all the wedding photos.
I just go to weddings to get the cake.
No, you go in and you get into the photos. There's somebody actually did that. It was funny.
I hate photos.
I try to avoid weddings if I can.
No, they purposely want to weddings that they didn't even know, like they'd see it in the paper or something, and they go and they would just see how many pictures they could get into, and everybody would think that they're on the other side of the bride or groom.
There's people that do that for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They reported it.
Oh, jeez.
It was funny.
They got nothing better to do.
It was funny.
They're trying to get laid with bridesmaids. Probably.
No, it's funny though because it's like a spoof, it's like a practical joke in a way. But it's not funny as far as like people are paying good money for their wedding, professional wedding pictures. Yeah. So if you're gonna do a family wedding picture, I can see where they get upset because some strangers in there that they don't even know.
I'm blowing up. I'm blowing up. I'll be right back. I gotta go take this call, everybody. So you guys keep talking.
Alrighty.
I'm pretty sure that if they showed up with a gift, no one would care they showed up.
Oh, you're our new Uncle Tom.
Yeah, if they show up without one, they might have a problem with it. Yep.
Make sure the wedding gift would cost at least as much as it did for me to get these stupid photos done. Well, not stupid, but yeah. Wonder what Nelson had to go do. It was more important than this show.
Well, it was probably, I don't know, somebody who's paying?
Oh.
Who knows?
Well, it was a great show today. Not kidding.
Yep. Well, me and John were talking the whole time, and
you guys showed up too early. You guys didn't show up in
we
time.
made comments about you in the group, even. I don't know if you noticed.
No, because I was away, as I said.
Well, I mean,
I just posted the message and said if I would give people plenty of time ahead of time, not last minute, to know about the show.
Go in at 2:34, and you'll see I started typing messages about you back then.
Oh well, either way, I post early so people, and I have to open the room early, or else the link won't.
Mardox.
What I'm saying, Josh, is I have to open up the room early, even if we're not going live yet, because this way I can give people the link ahead of time and not wait till last minute. But then what I do is open the room and then I walk away so that I can go, or I mute everything and I click down on the window so that I can make my, do my work and all that.
If you go to the Mardox Skype group and go to the time 2:34.
I heard you.
Actually, 3:34 for you because you're on the East Coast, right?
Right.
So go to 3:34.
I saw it when I went to send the message about the room opening.
Yeah, well, I said, he says, where is everyone? I said, Belinda's muted.
And then I said, remember the show, and that's why I responded, remember, at 4:30 Eastern, the show will start later today.
Yeah, and then I said, Nelson is playing in the kiddie pool, and the rest jump in. It's complete anarchy at its finest.
John has to get his butt back in. John has to get his butt back in here. Along with everybody else. Oh, I PM'd him a special invitation.
He's probably thinking his WWE's on or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know. He's working on other things. Plenty of stuff to work on.
We should ask our audience, those who actually watch us, whether live or recorded, how would people feel if they were participating in the Mardox community and would be able to get $500? Not bribe. I don't mean it like that. I mean actually make $500.
How about this? Why don't you bring it up to the community and say, what topics would you like to hear about? So topics that they're interested in.
Yeah, and that's if they're going to respond, because some people they don't even respond to it.
Well, I know, but if they're coming up with topics they want to hear about, then it gives them a chance to respond to say what they want to hear.
Then everybody in the comment section of this video, I will send a survey out otherwise, but also those who are happen to be watching YouTube, please do comment what you like us to talk about.
Yeah.
Nothing pornographic, of course, or anything inappropriate, but, business-related topics would do.
Unless it's fun, then we can go over that.
Unless Nelson likes it, but we're not going there.
I don't even want to know.
Somebody said that I could...
He's going.
Somebody said to me in another chat room, I was talking, we were talking about business. I mean, this was like a regular, not a business chat, a regular chat, but they happened to be a retired, marketing, advertising agent and all that. They said that I can go to the library and access some kind of, I can't remember now. It was a little bit different than what you told me, though. But I don't think it's the same thing as what you told me, but if I get the name or something, a data mine something, I don't remember now, but it's like one thing at a time kind of thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of them out there.
But he said a little differently than you did, so I'm thinking it's two separate things that you guys are talking about, not exactly the same thing.
It may be. There's some business guides, reference guides for businesses that are out there that you don't have access to without going physically to the library.
Well, he says I could do it at home. I just have to go to the library first.
Yeah, we got to go to the library to get the card first. And then once you have a library card, you can access your online resources.
I'm still going to need help with the one that you told me about.
That's why I always go in and I just grab a library card once every 5 years, and then when I renew my library card, they're like, well, we need to check and see if you have any overdue books. I said, I don't have any books overdue. I said, I haven't read a book from the library since I got the card. They said, well, why do you get a library card? I said, for the online resources. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, what do you expect? I'm a millennial. Well, I'm not a millennial. I'm an X-Gen, but still, it's how close as a millennial you're going to get. As far as the way I operate things. I don't even see the purpose of the libraries anymore, really.
Yeah,
The libraries, public libraries, or libraries in...
Yeah. Public libraries.
Yeah, public libraries.
Too many perverts, or what?
No, they don't have a purpose anymore. I mean, really, all libraries should be nowadays is a free internet cafe. I mean, that would make more sense than the library.
Yeah. I mean, how many times you go to the library, you want to talk with somebody, and you can't use Skype or anything like that. You can't talk.
Nope, can't do that. You can in your hotels that have the business center computers. They let you download all that. But
I'm not gonna lie to you. The last time I went to the library, there was barely any books in there.
You can get all of it online.
All over the place. They have a few books on each shelf just to say they have a library. And then most of us use the library for either digital resources or we use it because they have free meeting rooms over there. So I can meet clients in the library over there for free. And it's great. I get a free meeting room. But other than that, there's no reason to have a library card. They don't have books they don't want to read.
Right.
What the hell?
Well, there's a lot of people that still want to read, and then there's the ones that you can go to audible.com now and get books on tape.
yeah.
I don't have to go to audible.com. I can get them free from the library. That's what I'm saying. I got online.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're saying that the libraries don't have that many books anymore.
That's because it's all digital now.
Yeah.
I can get digital books online from the library. I can get Audible books from the library. Why do I need to show up to the library anymore?
I don't even buy physical books anymore. I can get it all online. I mean, some people prefer to hold a physical book, and I understand that, but other than that, I can still just do it online otherwise.
You know what I do? Really
or Audible, even.
Audible, or to me, Audible is great, and if not, PDF is the next best thing, because for me, Audible means I can actually do the other stuff. It'll actually play the book on that.
Well, yeah, I talked about this before. There's pros and cons to reading, like a PDF versus listening to an audio. You won't get every single book on audio, but there's quite a few selection, though, already, as far as I know. But audio's good, like when you need your hands free and you need to be multitasking. But the bad part of audio is sometimes you don't pay quite enough attention because you are multitasking. So it all depends on, what you're doing with it. Like reading, sometimes you can underline or highlight things, or online highlight, do it that way, or print it out and do it, whatever. So there's pros and cons. It's just more of a personal preference. I'm a bookworm, but I don't have time to read like I used to. So if I can find it on an audio, or if I have time to watch the video, obviously I do it that way. But I still have a book form as well. I kind of have it in different, versions.
Right.
But I tend to go to the audio and video first nowadays just because it's quicker. Well, a lot of people learn visually. Sometimes they have to look at a video versus reading, but I like reading to take notes as well.
Well, you can with the new I call them tablets, but the what do you call it? What do you call that thing there? That book reader thing, Kindle. You can highlight stuff and write notes in.
Yeah, but that's to those who have Kindle. We don't all have Kindle.
Yeah, but you can do it with your tablet too. There's apps you can download to read books.
I use desktop. I don't use mobile device.
Okay, well then you're just shit out of luck. It's just you. Everybody else.
No, I can highlight with my WordPad or something. I can make it.
And you don't use the same devices as everybody else.
You can do it in PDF.
Well, yeah, if I have the newer PDF, I have the free version.
Well, download it. No, it's in it. There's a function to highlight.
So all you gotta do is pay for something you actually need.
I'm not paying a monthly fee for a PDF that I hardly use. I'm not doing it.
Give me a monthly fee. It's free. You
No, I
download
mean
it.
there's a paid version that some people use. I have paid version of a lot
I
of
have no
stuff.
idea. Adobe puts on Adobe Acrobat Reader, the PDF reader. It's
I know
free.
that, duh.
It's
I
a-
get it automatically.
Yeah,
But
and
what
it
I'm
has
saying
the
is,
functions in it.
but what I'm saying is, I pay thousands for a lot of things I do use, but I'm not going to pay a dime for things that I
You
hardly
don't
use.
have to. It's free.
I'm letting Josh know. I got that, Nelson.
Okay.
I'm letting Josh know
Yeah,
because
Josh,
he said,
did you get this, Josh? Do you know this, Josh? That she pays thousands of dollars?
no, I mean because he's telling me, then get it or whatever. I'm telling him why I don't get it because it's nothing I use
No,
enough
I
to
don't
get.
I don't get it either.
You never get it, Nelson.
It's
That's
my
your
turn to
problem.
pick on you now. You picked on me at the beginning of the show. Now it's my turn.
Nelson, pass the buck.
Yes.
That's
Pass
Nelson
the
missed
buck.
the buck.
I just spent 8 hours in the sun today.
Is that what it stands for?
Nelson needs a buck.
No. I'm not kidding. I just spent. Hey guys, Josh, hush your beak. I just spent 8 hours today working on a job site, doing a whole bunch of crap. I've invested all this freaking cash into this job. Guy can't bother to be around to pay attention to what's being done. And then he calls up. He goes, "I don't like this. I don't like that." And I'm, oh, jeez, talk about heartbreaking. I just spent 8 hours in the freaking sun today.
So what you're saying is Nelson Buck doesn't give a fuck.
Hey, that's right. He's a poet.
No. I do give a fuck because right now what I'm
No sun here today.
what I do give.
Lauren,
Josh,
we had rain this afternoon.
we're thundering and lightning over here, honey.
going back to what I was
Yeah,
saying.
we have some lightning and thunder too, but it's not doing anything now.
I still wanna
Well,
finish
your
my
woman
phrase.
Lauren's here there now, so now you can be full of joy and complete.
There's no joy. I just got ripped off basically for $200 probably. This guy's.
But Lauren will make it all better.
No, it's not gonna make it better. I'm pissed off. This guy.
Now,
I just
Lauren,
basically-
Oh, here's a kiss.
I basically. Yeah, thank you. I just basically.
I
did
blew
all
you a
this freaking
kiss,
work.
Nelson.
Yeah. No, this is why I got out of landscaping. We do the work, everything is good,
I'll be right back.
and then the client just doesn't want to pay. Like, I don't like all this. Like, oh crap.
Well, you make them pay half up front. That's what I do with gigs. I make them pay half up front.
You know, you could get worse. You could sit there and
No. It's just.
Bear with me. You could get all this stuff in, refer all kinds of people, and then still not get your mug.
No, that's what I mean. This is why. This is just. This is just a.
You done missed that one.
Oh, no,
I got
I'm
it.
not kidding. I'm fucking.
I know you did.
I am fucking boiling right now.
No, Nelson, I do understand because I've been screwed over. I mean, not physically, but people have done that online to me. But you know what? I'm not saying that this is the answer, but it might help a little bit if they take at least part risk and you take part risk and they just at least pay you half up front.
You don't understand. It's the same thing every single time. Hey, can you come do this job? Sure, no problem. I go do the job. Oh, why are you here? Could you do this and this and this and this and this and this? I don't have time to do billing. I don't know what the price of it is.
Yeah,
okay, we'll do
well,
this
then you
and
know
this
what
and
you
this
do?
and this.
You tell them ahead that you're there to do the job you both agreed upon. If they want to do extra, we'll talk about it later.
No, Jesus, no, you don't do that.
Well, no, because they just go get somebody else.
There you go.
Yeah, well, you would, but then you then are going to do that crap to them better than you.
No, I know that, but it's the same crap all the time. And then I get I got $8,000 sitting right now. If I wanted to go after people for the money they owe me, there's $8,000 owed to me for these stupid clients. I go, oh, well, I don't like this and I don't like that, and I'm not paying for this. It's like, oh, this is why I got out of landscaping, because people don't want to pay what the cost is.
So why don't you get into outsourcing landscaping so that you can
No, because the economy's gone to shit, and there's a lot of landscaping companies in the last 2 years that have gone under because of this.
Oh, come on. The gig economy's not killing businesses.
No, people don't want to pay the price that it's worth to do the work.
I know. It's because they've been told they can hire a Mexican for $5 an hour.
Oh, we don't have Mexicans here. We have Moroccans.
Well,
Okay, so
then.
Our border problem's not south; it's east.
But you get what he's saying.
No, I know. And all I'm saying is that this job today just confirms that I'm fucking out of landscaping. I'm done with this shit. I went
Well-
to help this. I went to do this for this guy because I know his brother is. I do his brother's lawn. I said, okay, I'll do it for you, but I said, I said, I don't do landscaping anymore. I went and did this, and now, frig.
No, you know what you do? You play by the rules, and you make everybody else play by the rules. See, here's one thing I've
That's what I
learned.
was trying to tell him.
One thing I've learned in business is you gotta play by the rules. Every time you find somebody that's a non-licensed business, you freaking call the cops on them and say, "Look, there's a non-licensed landscaper over here working. You shut him down."
Doesn't do
And
it.
then you have everybody do that.
Landscapers don't need to be licensed here.
They have to have a business license,
No.
do they not?
No.
They have to have no
you
insurance
can, you
there?
can work as an autonomous worker. No problem
So they
at all.
have no requirements for insurance.
No, nothing.
They have no
Well, your
requirements.
insurance, yeah, you got to get an insurance policy. Like I had a $2 million liability insurance.
Okay, so they have to have an insurance policy. Does they? All these guys?
No,
have
they don't.
insurance?
No. They don't have to. It's if something goes wrong and something breaks, then if you don't have insurance, well, then you're screwed.
Well, see, then here's what you do. You become a lawyer and you go after all these Moroccans and say, "Hey, look, you fell and hurt yourself, right? What do you mean? Well, you didn't have insurance, so that means because you didn't have insurance, the homeowner's policy has to pick it up. Let's sue the homeowner that you just worked for."
I don't know if that would work.
That's how it works.
You're thinking American, and this is Canadian. This is a little
See,
different.
that's how it works in America. If you don't have a bond here, and you get hurt on the property, they sue the land. They sue the person that owns the
No,
house.
can't do it. No. Here, if I get hurt on the person's property, it's my fault. It's my problem. I agreed to go work there. It's at my risk.
Yeah, but
Unless you have a job that
Then
workers' comp or something covers
then it's
you.
workman's comp.
and see, in America, the way it works is they figure that if you hired an illegal business, then it's your fault.
No, but it's not a legal business. You're allowed to work as an autonomous, an autonomous worker, meaning that you work for yourself. You're allowed to do that.
So you know what we need to do? We need to move all our politicians up there so that we can help you all out.
Oh yeah, right. That would,
Yeah, that'll make it a lot better.
that would,
Yeah.
yeah. Civil war, here we come.
Hey, trust me, I have no problem with it. We need to start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, our neighbors to the north salute you.
Yeah, this would be the big up yours here.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, eh? Oh no, it's just it feels good to talk about it, but it just boils my blood. These idiots, they don't want to. The thing is, I've done this for so long. I know when a client's about to pull this, and it's I don't see why I don't stop and say, okay, enough is enough. Let's clear the bill, like you say, and then continue on.
This is why I love the way some of the rules they have in America are so screwed up. I mean, we have police shutting down lemonade stands for kids because they don't have a restaurant license.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, they used to be able to do that shit. Now you get fined for that shit nowadays.
Now little Johnny has to have a license to
Yeah,
freaking
but little Johnny's selling
idiots.
cocaine out of his little lemonade stand. Everybody knows it.
But they're worried that his lemonade stand may be made with something else, and they weren't sure that it was.
It might be peanut butter.
Because all his customers are really, really happy when they're done drinking the
you
lemonade.
don't understand. The spoon that he's using to mix the lemonade was in peanut butter.
Oh, that's right, peanut allergies.
Yeah, there you go.
I have allergies to morons, but nobody cares about
I
that.
went to a restaurant the other day. There's a peanut allergy. There is a fish allergy. And now I'm seeing a new sticker in the window saying an egg allergy warning. I'm like, what?
I've actually seen one worse than that.
What's
BS allergy.
Oh, there's a new one in some of the major cities out here, at least like Chicago, New York, where they actually did a report on it recently, where they have people that literally have to live in certain rooms because the electromagnetic fields are
Oh,
fucking them
come on.
up.
Are you serious that they're living in a
I'm
Faraday
serious.
cage?
Yeah, they're basically living in like an aluminum foil
A
box
Faraday cage.
to basically prevent the electromagnetic fields from them.
Oh, Jesus. I have a Faraday cage here, and what I did is I put a CB radio, I put a flashlight, everything in there, in case of an EM, electromagnetic pulse, an EMP, and that could be from lightning, it could be from a storm, a whole bunch of things. It could be one from our own people. But anything in that case will not be affected by the EMP because all the electromagnetic energy is routed around and grounded out.
It doesn't matter though, because everything else is going to be affected, and you still won't be able to communicate with shit.
No, but everybody here who has a Faraday cage, the first thing you put in is a CB radio. so that you can communicate after a disaster. We had an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse here.
The problem
hold
here
on,
would be
hold on.
that no one has a CB radio anymore.
I have
Yes,
no
they,
idea
yes,
what
they
you guys
do.
are talking
Yes,
about.
they do.
truckers.
Your equipment goes in a Faraday cage.
I'm listening.
What
Very
in,
good,
1988, we lost all power
Sounds
in
great to me.
Hold on, guys,
Hold on.
listen for a
Hey,
second,
wait a minute.
please.
Hey,
Guys,
Nelson, wait a minute. We can't believe you without your aluminum foil hat.
1988,
Okay, guys,
there
go ahead,
was a
Nelson.
solar flare that hit Quebec, and it wiped out the power in Quebec. The solar
Okay.
flare did this. Everybody had a Faraday cage. Their equipment was protected.
Okay, so what happened in what year was this?
1988.
In 1988, Nelson passed gas and the whole freaking country lost power. And
Look it up, Josh. Go look it up. Quebec, 1988. You'll see. It'll talk about a power outage in Quebec. All Quebec was out for like 3 days because of a solar
okay,
flare.
so how many beans did you have the night before?
Go check it out. I want to do this. I don't want to do that. I want to do this.
Quebec, 1988.
Anyways, I have a Faraday cage. I have a radio in it. I have a flashlight. I have a whole bunch of little electronic devices.
It says that what happened in 1988 was a earthquake.
No, in Quebec, no.
Yeah, that's what it says. An earthquake in Quebec
Well,
in 1988 called the
Look for power outage.
SA, whatever the hell this is.
I think no, seriously, it was December 1988.
Dude, I'm looking at it. It says the earthquake. That's what it says.
Look
dude.
for
I don't know
December.
what
Look
to
in
tell you.
December. There was no earthquake in December.
No, that was in November.
I don't know of any earthquake in Quebec. We don't. We're sitting on a massive. We're sitting on a massive.
Okay, well, you can
shield
argue
of,
with the internet all you want, dude. It says in November 25th in 1988, this earthquake, SAG.
But you go past the earthquake. This was in December.
Dude, I'm looking. Everything on the front page is the earthquake.
No, yeah, but go past it.
Okay, let me see if I can go past the earthquake that happened in 1988. There was apparently a big-ass earthquake that you didn't notice.
There was no earthquake in 1988 in Quebec. There was no big-ass earthquake.
It was big enough that they got a Wikipedia page on it.
Well, it's a load of crap because I'm not kidding. I was here in 1988. There was no earthquake.
Well, I was trying to spell out the name, but you keep interrupting.
Doesn't matter.
All right, whatever.
It wasn't near me. It wasn't near Sherbrooke. You would have felt it if it was that big. I'm not that far from Chicago.
It says Quebec, Canada.
Yeah, but you know how big. Look at the map, Josh. You know, see how big.
It said it was a 5.9 Richter.
Yeah, but it's probably way up north.
I don't know. It said Quebec. What the fuck? I care.
I don't know, but look at December. There's got to be news about it.
All right, December. All I see is a Ford versus Quebec. It's some court case.
No. Hold on.
So apparently, your solar flare was not big news back then.
Hold on, Josh. Hold on.
It was not big news at all, apparently.
Well, it would have been, yeah.
Apparently, no one gave a shit. Just saying. And I'm guessing this name of the earthquake is probably the city's name, I'm guessing. It's Saguenay. Does that ring a bell?
Saguenay.
Yeah, that's where the earthquake was. Wherever that is.
I love you, you love
Somewhere
me.
else.
We're gonna chase
Happy family.
Nelson up a tree.
I got my printer to work.
March 1989, geomagnetic storm.
I'm sorry, what was that?
March 1989. I thought it was December of 88. It was
Really?
March. It was March of 89, and it's referred to as a geomagnetic storm.
Oh, jeez. So it was not a solar flare then. So we found out that it
Well,
wasn't.
what do you think geomagnetic is, dude?
That would be geomagnetic.
It's a solar flare. Anyways, go look it up. Anyways, the power went out for 3 days, and since then I made a point to have everything electronic shielded, so that if ever it happens again, we're unprotected.
Yes, when you type in geomagnetic.
Get a generator.
No, because it wouldn't survive. You're talking about billions of volts coming from the sun.
They actually have a video on it.
There you go.
Here, I'll send it to you, so you can send it to everybody else. They have a whole video on it.
I can't use the video. I can't show it.
Here you go. There it is.
I'm gonna get copyright striked.
Well, then people in here can click the damn link. I don't care.
Oh, there you go. Click the link to see it.
Click the link.
Click the link at your own risk. You may be copyright striked.
Belinda,
Yes.
Well, I wanted to tell you about this
Yeah, look at the video they're talking about. It shows the sun
this
shooting
new
its solar
thing
flare
on
at
the
the
cell
Earth.
phone.
Nelson, you're interrupting Lauren. What was that, Lauren?
I wanted to tell you this new app you could download on your cell phone.
I don't have a cell phone, Lauren.
Oh, you don't?
No, I only use desktop computer. But if I can use BlueStack and Handy Andy Droid to download apps that way, if they'll still work on the desktop.
Okay, but what? Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What, Lauren? What's the app?
Well, it's called Marco Polo,
Oh,
and it's like a walkie-talkie,
Marco Polo.
and you can have group chat on it too with your friends.
That's okay.
There's so many chat programs that exist now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they got WhatsApp, they got Slack, they got Skype, they got. I mean, geez, I can go on and on and on. It seems like.
There's one called Urumbu or something like that. I can't remember his name. The name of it. It's a weird.
Roomba? No, that's the vacuum cleaner.
I talk to it all the time. That's not the name of the vacuum cleaner.
Roomba?
Roomba. That's it. Roomba. Yeah. I talk to the vacuum cleaner. It listens. And for those of you not paying attention, I'm playing Xbox here. I'm trying to crash my car.
Because you're a professional.
This is why that no one shows up to the chat, because we're sitting here watching him play Xbox.
Nice.
I do my face like before. There, everybody, take that face, clip it out of the video, put it in a meme.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted, right, Belinda?
Yeah.
Yeah. Belinda's all enthusiastic. So what are my options? I go over to see the client tomorrow with a baseball bat. B, I go over, I be nice, and I redo the work the way he wants, meaning that I'm not going to get paid for all those extra hours now. Or C, there is no C. I either break his legs or I just redo the work. What do you suggest? Hey, I got mail. I'm playing Forza 6, but at the demo version, so I got to go through all the explanation of how the game plays and every time. It's a nice lady's voice, but it's like, come on, I know how to play this.
Sure you do.
Yeah, what time is it? Hey, what time are we ending the show at today? Just so I know.
I don't know. We only started at 4:30.
Just so that I know what time I can curl up into a fetal position and cry my brains out.
Not till 7 tonight.
Lauren's laughing at me. Thank you, Lauren.
Well, you said to her that she wasn't enough to make you happy, so you deserve that.
Not today.
Kidding.
Not today. Today I am ticked. And ticked isn't the word.
Talk to Dr.
I am
Lord.
peeved. And I keep falling for the same scam over and over.
Just lay back in your chair and
I can't.
See, Lawrence, you're a soothing therapist.
Look. I'm out over $290 if this guy doesn't pay me.
Well, how about go over there and rough him up a little bit? Will that help?
Just in materials is $290 in materials. Meanwhile, I had another job I could be doing, but this one had to get done right away. I had another one I could be doing that I know they would pay. Meanwhile, now that one got delayed. I don't know if we're gonna get it done or not. It's like, oh, what a waste of my time. Losers, people, pay your bills when you have something to
yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, Linda, stop with the 1980s references. People don't know it.
Okay.
God. I just came across as a loud scream at my end.
Sorry.
Yeah, and people listen to this with headphones now are gonna be like, what?
Got your attention? I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
I was falling asleep. Where's John Brewer?
He was here earlier. Apparently, he came at the wrong time. He thought it was going to be
on time before, you know.
Yeah, even though I wrote the message ahead of time saying it wouldn't be till 4:30.
Can somebody ask Carrie Foster when she's going to join back in and follow us? I mean, I did my prayer to the internet deity.
I think she ditched you for some reason, didn't she?
I don't know. She's not talking to me anymore, I don't think.
I wrote a message to everybody in the group, NPM, saying, it was 2 hours early, that we were going to have the live chat at 4:30 today.
Yeah, Raymond should be in here.
I let them know it's 4:30, and I did what Josh suggested, put in every time zone date. So 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, blah blah.
Yeah, but
You
I did
got
that.
too many time zone. That's why John's not here. Damn.
And then I hear from Josh that
No, that's interesting.
John decided to show
Yeah.
up today on our normal time that we
Yeah,
normally
of
would have
course.
been here.
Yeah, that's
And me and
interesting.
John had a
That's
great
interesting.
conversation.
I'll put it on the I'll put stuff up on the website, and I'll put it in their time zone. So when we say that the live chat will be at blank time, it'll be in their time zone. That'd be cool.
Yeah, this one I have to write it out, all four out, for people to guess.
Geez,
Oh, I guess
Melinda.
on this one.
Just so you can save two keystrokes.
Well, actually, I just was putting in my time zone, but they could just calculate their own time zone. That's what I was doing.
I was
Because
talking
I
about
put
in
Eastern.
Mardox, on the Mardox page. When they log in, it would say the live chat will be at this time, but at
No.
in their time zone, not in ours.
I know. I'm just saying what I was
How
doing
would I
on
do
my
that?
note.
I think we should just argue about the time zones for the next half
Yeah,
hour.
why not?
There you go. Time zones suck.
Let's just waste our time for the next half hour. And
Yeah,
waste
hey,
it
people
talking about
listen to
time
this
zones.
stuff, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
There's one person in Russia. He's up at 3:00 in the morning and does electronic repairs in his basement, and he puts our show on to listen to it while he does repairs.
really?
Yeah. Like, yes, I like your show. You keep doing show I like. Okay, very good. I do electronic 3:00 a.m. Okay.
He's probably like, this guy's crazy. This is a
These
cool
guys are
show."
nuts. These are Americans.
I want you as my boyfriend. I'm kidding.
Only in Mother Russia you can
He's
hear.
probably like, these motherfuckers must be American, the crazy as they are.
Yeah, but that's as I'm saying. Only in Mother Russia you can listen to stupid Americans.
I had a friend in Sweden. He said,
Yeah,
you know what I did, and you know what he says? He says that in Sweden, C-SPAN, which is our channels for our politics,
Yeah.
there they consider it a comedy show.
Oh Jesus.
He said so C-SPAN in Sweden apparently is a comedy channel. Apparently our politics are that funny over there, which is not surprising.
Did I win? Did I win? Did I win?
Never watched C-SPAN here. It's kind of funny as
What
hell.
is C-SPAN? I don't remember watching C-SPAN.
C-SPAN is the channel where all of our congressmen talk, and you get to hear all the bullshit they come up with.
Oh, it's Crapspan.
Well, here we call it C-SPAN, and then overseas they call it comedy.
And some have ESPN.
Yeah, but isn't ESPN sports?
Yeah, well, if you take the N now, it'll be ESP.
Let me do that face again.
But
Yeah, so you.
but Melinda doesn't have a cell phone, so we'll have to assume that she's still, trying to tune stuff with a freaking antenna.
I hate to tell you, Josh, but a desktop computer can do way more than a mobile device or laptop can do, and cheaper. And I can get every freaking channel. I don't even need a regular TV anymore, so thank you very much. I love my desktop. I prefer it over anything else. Thank you.
And how
I couldn't use half my software on a mobile device, by the way,
So I
because you
just
can only
have
do
one
apps.
How far out in the boonies are you?
I'm not in the boonies. I'm out in Royal. I'm in the suburbs.
Okay, so how tight do you have to get the string in the cans in order to connect to the
That's
internet?
funny. So anyway, so basically, mobile's good for apps, but not for regular downloadable software unless it's web-based. So thank you very much.
All right, so what's your
You guys heard it. You guys heard it. You guys heard it. Mobile is good for ass.
Apps, you nitty.
Hold on. I'm
I heard
getting
the same
something
thing
you guys
heard,
are.
by the way.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah, that's right, Nelson. Let's see you
Yeah.
hurt yourself. Kidding.
I don't have Netflix anymore
Why not? I do.
because I couldn't
This is
afford
what I
it.
used to get C-SPAN.
Why couldn't you afford it?
Sorry to hear it.
Josh, take a look.
What?
Because I'm not
This
working
is
right
what
now.
I used to listen to the radio.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta pull up the screen again.
You guys see
Unless I get one of my programs working.
Do you guys see the video?
Yeah.
No, hold on.
I use this to get on the net.
What? Holy crap! How old is that damn thing?
This is about 78. No, more than that. Hold on. This would be 1930s. I mean, this is so old. This is so old. I'm not kidding you. It's got tubes.
I can listen to any radio station in the world on mine, and guess how small mine is?
How old?
That didn't sound right, but I won't go there.
See? There
Guess-
it is,
guess
right
how
there.
old
Every
mine is.
I can listen to any radio station that's online, right there.
If anybody wants to buy the radio, it's for sale.
What do you got, Pandora?
There's my radio right there. I can listen to any radio station online, and that's all I need right there.
You got Pandora?
No, I've got internet access though, so I can listen to anything that's online right there.
Yeah, I know. But if anybody wants to buy that radio, it's for sale. If you know anybody who wants to buy an antique radio,
Put it up on eBay.
I didn't get enough for it.
All right, then put it on Amazon.
Oh yeah, that really works.
That won't work. I can't sell anything through Amazon. I'm in Canada.
Well, even if you could, Amazon ain't the best place to do it either.
No, it's not.
So then go to a local flea market.
Won't get enough for it.
Okay, how much are you trying to get for it?
Oh, at least 100. I went to a used place for antiques.
$100 for a damn radio that's outdated? You got
No, it's not outdated. It's antique. Thing is, it's worth
It's
$500.
outdated. You mean it's worth $5? Okay.
500.
You should be able to get $5 for it.
500. The stores want to give me 50, so they can sell it for 300, 400, 500.
Okay, then tell the store to give you 100 and you'll be good to go.
No, I want 5 for it. There'll be somebody sooner or later who'll want it, and they'll pay the cash for it.
You would be willing to sell it for
It's approaching 100 years old.
I know, but you just said you'd be willing to take 100, but you won't take 100 from the store.
No. I was offered 100.
That's
I
crazy.
want 500.
All right, well then you're gonna be holding that radio for
Well, that's
another.
fine. That's fine because there are people that will pay when the time comes. They'll pay for it. I got a lot of things that are for potentially for sale. I'm holding on to because the time will be right. Right now, it's not the good time for it.
Yeah. Well, you keep holding on.
A tube-based radio system like this, it's there's not many of them left in the world.
You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna turn it on 50 years from now. The tube's gonna blow, and it's gonna be worth less money.
No, it works. I had it on about 2 months ago. I turned it on. I tried it. It works fine.
I know, but if you blow the tube, it's still gonna be worth a lot
No,
less.
you can get you can still get the vacuum tubes, no problem.
Okay.
There's an abundant supply of them. It's ridiculous.
Maybe in Canada, but not here.
No, in the world, they made so many of these tubes in the past. Again, nobody's using them. Therefore, there's stockpiles and stockpiles of these things.
Well, yeah.
Do you think that when ICs go the way of the dodo, we go into just strictly optical technology? Do you think
Did he say
ICs
go
are
the
gonna-
way of dildos?
Well, when it goes the way of the dildo,
Sorry.
Belinda just caught on that I say that. Really, it's the first time you caught
I
on.
thought you were saying dodo,
No,
like
my
karate studio,
my
like that's the name
phrase-
that they get.
No, my phrase is when something goes the way of the dildo.
Dildos don't go away though,
you
so that
just
doesn't make
caught that?
absolutely no sense.
You just caught that?
No, I actually thought you were saying, because you say it so fast, I thought you were saying dodo, like, like a dojo, or,
No, I know,
something that
I
you
know,
should
but
practice
that's the
karate
joke.
at.
That's the joke behind it.
And dildo don't go away, so that joke doesn't even
Well,
make
I
any
don't
sense.
know. My dildos went away.
That's because they ran you from
There you
overuse and
go.
abuse, but that's
You
another
still
story.
have
But anyhow,
dildos?
I didn't know you needed one, man.
yeah, really, that's just like TMI.
Yeah, well, you're the one bringing it up.
Because I thought I was
Oh my God,
I was trying to
Belinda,
make
you're
it funny
slow.
saying dildo, thinking you were saying dodo.
You're so slow.
No, I'm not slow. Normally you're the slow one, but we'll make the exception. Yep, that's right.
Anyways, my radio is almost 100 years old, and there are people who do want it. I'm just waiting for the right price. Sooner or later, somebody will buy it.
Yay!
Yeah, good luck waiting.
Yep.
Let me know when it sells.
Oh, I got a record player also that's aging, but really high
Yeah,
quality.
but it's not worth $500.
No, that's probably worth a lot more actually. It's got a
I'm worth all the money.
It's one of the few
You know
that were
what
made
it's
with a
worth?
diamond tip.
How much? have
I'm
you
worth
got-
all the money in the world.
Hey, how much was the best offer you gotten on the radio?
Kidding.
For like $350, but that was on eBay. I don't want to sell it to someone who's just gonna resell it. I'm selling it for the price. I want my price. I don't want to compromise and get
Okay,
a price
but-
and for 300, and then the person goes, "Huh, sucker," turns around and sells it at 500.
Okay, so instead you lost $300 and
I didn't
made
lose
nothing.
300. I have an asset
made
sitting
nothing.
there.
Oh, you have an asset. Is it making you money?
The assets don't have to make you money. The assets can sit.
They do if you want it to be an asset.
They will make me money later. I'm thinking long term.
You're thinking long term. So how much is that taking up in space
Josh,
and storage?
Josh, what do you have of value sitting in your house? That 100 years from now is going to be valuable.
Nothing.
There you go. That's the problem. So you're not you're not a collector. You're not a collector of antiques.
No, I'm not. I don't think you should have a bunch of junk sitting around.
It's not a bunch of junk. It's an antique. And it's in perfect condition. It works really well. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It hasn't burned out.
And it's not making you money.
It doesn't have to make me money. It's an asset that can sit. It won't hurt anything.
It's not an asset. It's a liability.
No, it is not a liability. How is it a liability? Liability would be that it'll explode and burn my house down. That's a liability. It's not plugged in. It's not plugged in.
No, if it's not
a liability is something that will bring you negativity, not positivity.
No, a liability is something that won't make you money.
No, that's an asset. A liability is something that you will have to pay for negatively in the future if you keep it. A liability would be keeping a can of lead paint in your garage, and your kid might get into it. That's a liability because your kid will get sick on lead.
That's actually that could be an asset right there, because then you don't have to pay for the kid anymore.
Yeah, lead paint.
So then you actually save money. See, that saves you money. That makes you money.
Everybody, don't offer Josh your next firstborn. It won't last long. There's a reason why his guinea pigs didn't last.
I'm sorry?
There's a reason why your guinea pigs didn't last long.
I've never had any guinea pigs.
Oh, there you go. There's your problem.
There you go.
Bunny rabbits, kittens, dogs. Don't give them to Josh. Just get rid of them with lead paint.
Oh, that's just mean.
That's what I'm saying.
No, just kids.
Josh,
Josh doesn't love kids. Josh is evil.
He's past evil.
You know why I'm not a big fan of kids? Because I worked in law enforcement for 5 years, and all you deal with is these damn kids.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're better with their...
Adults have sense. It's the freaking kids you're always.
Yeah, but take care of a baby and a toddler, and they warm your heart.
Well, no, not when they poop their pants. Really. They only want you and only you to clean their butt.
Yeah, but you know what? Would you rather have that or when they start forming opinions?
Neither. I have 4 of them. They've moved out. I'm done.
I would rather them legalize shot collars so we can train them right.
No, that's wrong. You know what? I should slap you silly, and I would if I were there. You know what? I would love for my babies to stay babies. I mean, I love when they get older and they learn to do things and big boys and girls, but I still love when they're babies and toddlers and they have that baby smell and they cling to you and you hold them and they're cuddly.
Let's do a vote. Belinda,
and how is it working out for you now?
I want more babies. I want to have more babies.
Let's do a vote. Everybody who watches this, please vote, yes or no. Should we legalize shot collars?
Heck no.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fact that you even said that, Nelson, I'm making a trip over there. Just to personally triple slam you across the head with that frying pan.
Hey,
I'm going to be three of them.
Belinda, it's still going to feel better than the bullshit I went through today.
No, I'll tell you what right now. When I get done with you, you'll be lucky. You're such a freaking...
This is my new face now for my personal channel. Oh, hi, everybody.
He's going to look like a Smush cartoon character when I'm done with him.
Yeah, Belinda, shut up, man. Hey, everybody, I'm Nelson. This is Nelson's Thoughts.
The thing is, you don't have any thoughts.
Huh?
Oh, damn.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kidding.
Today we're gonna legalize shot collars.
You're not gonna be able to say that word when I'm done with you.
Oh God, is that hard to do? Wow, that is hard to do.
No,
I don't know.
The reason these kids are acting like they do is because they can get away with anything. I mean,
yeah, but you worked in law enforcement. You probably kicked the shit out of them. No wonder they acted up.
Yeah, they probably saw Uncle Josh and said, "Yeah, let's."
One of the things I did do though is I had a parent that was chasing her kid with a stick, and the kid sits there and runs behind me, and the mother stops in their tracks because she sees me with the badge and a gun on, obviously. So, and the kid's thinking, "Oh, yeah, he's gonna protect me." I sit there and I looked at the mother. I'm like, "Don't let me stop you. Go ahead." The kid started running again. I'm like, look, I'm not going to stop her from doing that. This is one of the kids that keeps robbing people on my property. And I know damn well the kids robbing. Him and his girlfriend. What they would do is the girl would act like a prostitute. They'd lure the Mexicans in the back, and then they would rob them. The Mexicans would never report it because they were afraid of getting deported and stuff. So we always had problems with robberies with this guy. Hell, if the mother wants to beat their son,
Well, no, it's not a problem. You found the niche.
No, if the mother wants to beat some sense into her kid, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
Man.
but the kid's actually really smart. He found a niche market.
He did.
But you know what though? Today's kids, they some parents. I mean, I use it as a last resort. Thank goodness I rarely had to do it. But some parents are afraid to spank their kid, even if they do still believe in it, because they're afraid the kid will call the cops. When they should be calling the cops like they used to and say, "Can you?" Oh, some parents will still do this. They'll call the cops over, witness them getting disciplined, so that everything's kosher, and then the kid can't pull that on them anymore.
No, my daughter did us to us once. My wife picked up the phone and started dialing the number to child services and said, "Do you want me to continue dialing?"
All that too, whatever works.
Yeah. You see their face drop like, huh?
Yeah,
hey,
no power.
If you want to go to foster care, go for it. Have fun. You know, just because you think your life is unjust.
My mother-in-law, she used to tell the kids, apparently, according to my wife, she said her mother used to say, "You can call the cops all you want, I get a free vacation."
Yeah.
It's like, lock me up.
I want to go to jail. I'm going to bend over my soap.
To me, it's just like, yeah, I'd rather not deal with the kids.
Well, I was made to be a mommy. I love having a big family.
My wife wanted kids, so I did the next best thing you could do. I got her a cat. Close enough.
You see that cat?
I love pets, but kids still come first. It's just not the same. I still would have more kids.
I had 4 kids, raised them. They're all out of the house. I'm
not done having kids, so I'm going to have more kids yet.
I've got no
They're all
regret.
out of the house. Wait a minute. I think I saw some of them in your house before.
Ah, crap. They're back?
I'm still having more kids now,
Aren't
and
they?
I'm not done having
Isn't the
kids.
one kid-
Belinda,
don't you-
I'm not helping you with that.
Who said you? I want normal kids. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Hey, Mom, look at what I look like Nelson. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck,
He
yeah.
doesn't give a fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to get sued now for using the name Uncle Buck.
Oh,
Probably.
please.
Yeah. Oh, Uncle
You
Buck.
can use that. You are an uncle, and and your name
you
is
will
Buck.
not. You will not get
Or
sued
Nelson
because
Buck.
you're in Canada, not the U.S.
It doesn't matter. There's lots of Uncle Bucks. I mean, what if he had his first name is Buck, and I'm sure a lot of people do, and they happen to be an uncle, and someone calls out Uncle Buck? They can't get sued for that. That'd be stupid.
Oh, you'd be amazed what you get sued for now.
Well, then let them try to sue and see how much they really get. They'll get zipped.
Hey, YouTube, sue
In America, they probably would get some cash.
Yeah, and you know what? Until it's tied up in courts for years, that's why people make the joke, "Go ahead and sue me," because by the time it's all said and done, it wasn't even worth it.
Well, there's only one winner in lawsuits.
Lawyers.
The lawyers.
That's it. That's why I got legal insurance.
My point is that I
No,
love
you didn't
kids
get
and I want a
legal
big
insurance.
family, and so I will have one.
You didn't get legal insurance. You got legally insured.
No, I have legal
It's the
insurance.
same thing, dude.
No, I have prepaid legal.
Yeah.
They call me-
Prepaid
it's
legal's a
It's a
joke.
big waste of money.
Prepaid legal, you get what you pay for there, nothing.
I have no problems with them. I meet with
No,
them.
prepaid legal I used one time for a restraining
There we
order, and that
go.
was a joke.
For a
I meet with
restraining
them- I meet
order.
with
I
them.
won't even go there. No, it was an ex-boyfriend. I was like in my
Wow.
early 20s.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
not going there. I am not
I
going there.
typically don't use them maybe for the same reason you use them for. Mainly what I use them for is interpreting all these new laws that keep coming out. And so I'm constantly calling them up for interpretations. And since I don't have to pay anything except the $50 a month that I pay, I'm good to go. I don't need them for anything else.
Oh, that's good, because they would be useful for anything else.
Well, for me, it works for what I need. I need to make sure I'm legal and keep everything legal, and that's what I use them for. Make sure.
Yeah, like simple
Exactly.
paper stuff or whatever I can
Can I get a couple
understand,
of
but for
Jesus?
anything like court, nah, don't do it.
I've never used them for court. I've never had a proper reason to go to court. Especially as a business. I mean, if you got to go to court in
Maybe
a
a couple
business, that
grilled
means you
cheeses,
screwed
please.
up your business.
Yeah, that I can say. I've never been in court for breaking a law. I've never been in court for business, things. I've always been good that way myself.
I've been to court, but not for business. All for student loans.
I only went to court to testify against someone, not because I was in trouble. Wasn't anything I did wrong.
Yeah. Well, I've done that too. I was arresting officer several times. So I had to go to court for that, obviously. But the other times I've been to court is, well, if I want to, like, for some things I have to go to court for. If I want to do certain things, like if I want to purchase a gun in my state, I have to go to court and I have to get a doctor's notification. It's kind of stupid if you ask me. But we have some stupid laws on guns here.
Stupid
Apparently,
laws.
Well, if you have autism, you have to get a medical waiver and a court waiver to get a firearm here. Even though I worked with guns for a decade, it makes no sense. But in Virginia, they didn't have those requirements. Here, they're stupid.
You have to get a license like that because autism, you know, the three times thing. They don't want you to shoot 3 times. No, that's OCD. A little different.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. I got OCD. Hey, I got OCD. Do you guys know I have OCD?
I had no idea.
No, really.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
There is none.
With you, it's hard not to know.
Belinda.
No, the punchline is he has OCD.
What?
The punchline is you have OCD.
Do you have are you down with OCD?
OCD.
Heck, you know me.
I remember that song. Yeah.
PPP.
Yeah, you know
No,
me.
that was,
Are you down with HIV? Oh, no, not me.
Oh, ick. How long until
That was a parody
remember that
version.
one.
How long until the show's done here? Hold on a second.
That was a parody version. I was only the joke version.
Lauren, do you have anything to add to our little scuffle of chat here? I'm drool. I see Lauren. I start to drool. Oh my god.
No.
No, no, I can't drool. Or no, you have nothing to add.
Neither. Both.
I went to the Goodwill store yesterday to see if they were hiring,
Oh, yeah?
but not right now.
Not right now.
But they gave me an application to
Hey,
fill
if you
out
need a reference, let me know.
to attach my resume to.
Yeah, let me know if you need a reference.
No, she wants to get the job.
Yeah, I know that.
I can't believe they want a resume for someplace like the Goodwill. That's like McDonald's asking for a resume. It wouldn't be worth the
Belinda.
trouble. I used to fill out a simple application and boom, you were hired.
Linda, are you putting yourself up on a pedestal?
No, I'm saying
my
McDonald's. When
God.
I worked at McDonald's or
It's
any
the
like
Goodwill
retail store. Yeah, it's a retail store. They usually just give you a simple application, you fill it out, and that's it. Unless you're going for like an office job, where then I could see you would put in a resume.
Yeah. Anyways, give me if you need a reference, let me know. I'll give you a reference. Okay, I can honestly say you're one of my online associates for a year. That you showed up in every single video.
And that you're
true.
his crush and you're his dream
no,
girl.
but it's true. She is an online associate. They don't need to know how much she earns or all the details around it. It's just needs a
Or how
reference.
much you guys wink at each other.
Huh.
Well, here in America, they will ask, how much money did you pay?
None of your damn business.
Actually, that's a legal question. They can only ask 2 questions, really. That's basically the...
How much do you charge and how much were you worth?
No, the only 3 questions you can ask from a previous employer is what dates did they work there, how much money did they make, and would you rehire them? And that's
And
it.
was she good? No kidding.
You cannot ask.
Kidding.
You cannot ask if they were good or bad. Actually.
Belinda,
It's a joke, Dot. It's a joke, Dot. It's a joke.
Belinda, were you
What?
good? Were you good?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
But I'm even better when I'm bad. I'm kidding.
Giggity.
Joking.
I'll be heading over.
Ah, sure you will.
So no, you can't
Did
ask.
Lauren say wrong?
I said la la la.
Oh, they said
Well,
wrong,
yeah,
like
no,
you were
Lauren-
sticking up for your
Lauren,
man.
don't be afraid. When I'm done with Belinda, I'll head down to see you.
That's just all kinds of wrong.
And she's done told you have to go get your own hotel because she.
Oh my God, ladies, stop fighting over me.
Do you think you'd even make it? Do you think you'd even wake up? to go over Lauren's house afterwards? I highly doubt it.
Well, I don't know. We'd have to test this out now, won't we? Hey,
No.
this is getting R-rated again.
It's okay. You know what?
How does this
I'll
live
be nice. You can go right to
How does this
Lauren.
live chat get R-rated so bad, and there's not even a John Brewer around to witness this?
Yeah. Nelson, I will be
witness,
nice.
wink, wink.
You can go right to
Yes,
Lauren.
witness, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean really wants to witness.
Yeah, well, John's gonna watch that. He's gonna go, "You asshole." Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Yes, you go right to Lauren. I'm not selfish. You can go right to her.
That's okay. Lauren, will you take me in?
There's some hotels nearby.
I keep getting the same answer over and over.
She's like, nope.
That's too bad.
Damn.
Lauren's turning me down. Oh my god.
Well, in all fairness, she lives with her brother, so it's really not her say, her house.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
The what?
She lives with her brother, so therefore it's not all up to her.
Oh,
if
you
you can
live
live
with
there.
your brother?
Oh, I don't live with my brother.
That's what I
Well,
thought.
who do you live with?
Nobody.
My dog.
Oh, I thought your brother and you stayed there together.
Oh,
I,
geez,
No.
Belinda, get with it.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
How
Sorry.
rude.
Well, okay, so then what's your reason for not letting Nelson
Belinda,
stay there?
Belinda, close
Yeah, she
the show.
doesn't feel comfortable with him in the house. I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding. Kidding, I'm kidding. What was it, Nelson?
Close up the show.
Oh. Well, kids, it was
Here we go.
another delightful, enlightening evening or chat today with your hosts, Nelson Buck, Belinda Queen Condell, and Joshua, I still think I'm thinking, whatever his
Jeez,
last name
Belinda,
is,
that
because we
was
don't know what
horrible.
it is. Tune in tomorrow for another enticing and exciting live chat where you just won't know what comes out of our mouths. Bring the soap, though, I warn you. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Please use good or bad comments. We like any comments. We do prefer good ones, but if you do bad ones, please try to keep the cuss words to a minimum. And remember, we care about you because we want you to help you grow your business. And please, comment on what you want us to talk about. Hopefully business related, of course. Because we're running out of ideas and frankly, we don't know what to say next. And so you don't want to leave us to our own devices because that just would be not very good. So until next time, boys and girls, have a great day and God bless.
God, it's amazing, Belinda, how you say all that in part at the same time.
What?
Watch
That
this.
didn't even sound like passing gas. You did a really bad job of sound effects. It didn't sound like gas at all.
I had to make do with what I had. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, so join us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be there, and if you're not, you'll be square. Raymond's in. Look at right when we're closing the show, Raymond. Like,
He always
come on,
manages-
man.
No matter what time it is.
We put the show an hour and a half later for you.
And he showed up an hour and a half later
And
because
he's
of that.
topless. Okay, guys, I'm about to go. I'm going to get topless here. And so we're going to close up the show. See you guys tomorrow.